been introduced to us as rock star royalty, but she quickly solidified her place as a successful actress and worked her way into our hearts with films like Empire Records, Lord of the Rings, That Thing You Do, and our favorite, everybody's favorite, Armageddon.
And of course, now she's blowing us all away on HBO's The Leftovers, where she plays Megan Abbott. Take a look.
What are you waiting for?
I'm sorry.
You and all these people out here. You're so close. It's right there, just over the bridge. You want it, but you're not doing anything to get it. So what are you waiting for?
You guys, please welcome my friend, the beautiful Liv Tyler! Oh my God, you're so cute!
Hi.
Oh my God, love you.
Hello.
How are you? It's good to see you. Good to see you.
I want to say my friend Liv Tyler. This is our good friend, all of us.
It's all our good friends.
Sit all the way over here?
Yes,
So far away.
And look, you're wearing a dress inspired by Armageddon, too. I feel like that's why we called it out to be our favorite movie. You look beautiful.
so
How are
nice to
you?
see you.
It's so nice to see you. And I just saw you a few weeks
did.
ago. I know, and we're
Said
here.
we were gonna do it.
Liv said she was going to come and visit us at FabLife, and she's here.
That was quick.
So excited. All right, so I just want to let everybody out there know that you were actually my first.
Oh. Your first what?
I'll tell you my first what? Look, Rosalind's like, what? She was my first ever celebrity cover I styled. Ever. And I mean, way back, it was for the movie Armageddon, but it was way back when celebrities did not appear on covers of magazines. And I went to my bosses at W Magazine, and I fought for it, and I was like, Liv is beautiful, she's gorgeous, she's rock star royalty, but she's also gonna be in the biggest movie this year. We have to do it. They're like, but she's not a model. I'm like, trust me, celebrities are gonna end up being on covers.
Now it's the complete opposite,
I know,
but she's
right?
a model.
I didn't know that until you told me that story. It was amazing. It makes me feel very special.
So-
That was a really amazing cover. It was really natural,
It was
and
fun.
I loved it. Yeah.
I loved it too. And you know, we did it in literally 2 hours at night. Because you were
I don't
working.
remember that part.
Yeah, you came, it was night, it was after work, and I think we did it probably between 7 and 9.
I just
so.
remember walking into the studio, and I had never seen so many clothes in my life. He just had racks and racks. That was like, you really...
I really hadn't
I'd
styled
never-
a lot of celebrities before. I was like, I better bring everything.
You did. You literally brought everything. It was amazing.
All right, so I want to ask you about your show on HBO, The Leftovers, which, for you guys out there, it's basically about the idea that 2% of the world's population disappear all at the same time.
Love it.
We're championing for that in real life. We want to pick the people.
Yeah, we want to pick.
But you know what I love
It takes
about...
place like 3 years later, which is kind of interesting. It's not
Oh.
like when the disaster happens. It's kind of like
Like a
the
fast forward,
leftovers.
The leftovers, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's about the people that have been left over. Not
And
about,
what happens
not
to
about
them.
dinner.
But you know what I love about the show? It was a very different role for you. So what sort of drew you to the character Meg?
I mean, I don't know, it's strange. I read the script and I just really loved the project overall. I thought it was really amazing and the talent involved. And it was kind of a little bit off and a little bit strange in my cup of tea, and I just fell in love with the character, but there wasn't much of her in the pilot. And with TV, you kind of, it's not like movies where you know exactly what's going to happen. You're kind of signing on to play this character, but you don't really know where they're going to go with your character. So it was a really interesting thing where it was just like meeting a boyfriend that you fall in love with. I just fell in love with the character.
And you really championed to get this role, too.
I did. Well, I told them that, I told my agent that I loved it, and they called back and said that the casting director said that they didn't think I was right for it. And I'm very shy, so generally I think like, oh, it wasn't meant to be. And for the first time in my whole life, I wrote back, what part of not right for it is this?
Right?
And I put, there was like a character description in this treatment, and I put it in the email, and I said, I want to meet them. And then they said, okay, you can go in and audition. And I was like, oh, God.
I totally would have been like, all right, I give up. So that is good to know.
That is good to know. See, I love Liv. This is she goes for it.
I went in and I read, and I didn't really hear. It was like a strange moment of like news. And then Damon Lindelof, who's the creator and the writer, said that he watched the tape because he just didn't see how it could work.
Wow.
And he said that he watched the tape and he said, Liv Tyler's pissed. I was like, so there was something there. So that part of the character kind of has evolved sort of naturally from playing her. It's been so strange.
I
So
love
since
that.
the premise is people vanishing, if you were to vanish, what would you take with you? Just maybe a couple things.
If I was to vanish, I wouldn't have a choice, right?
I know, that's
if
what I thought.
If I knew that I was,
No, you know you're gonna vanish, Liv.
I would bring like lip gloss and moisturizer or something.
I love
I'd
that.
be happy to have no clothes or things like I could figure food out. But
Okay, well, I'm sorry,
Die
but
without
I know what you would, I
moisturizer.
know what you would bring with you because I have to tell you right now, congratulations.
Oh,
Look
thank
at
you.
this.
Oh, thank you.
She just got engaged.
I literally just put a picture of my boyfriend on Instagram because I was leaving London and I was like so in love with him. I just, as I was taking off, I just like
Oh,
wrote
so
it
everyone
really
took
fast.
it as you have a new
They
engagement.
said that I was officially announcing my engagement. And
Oh.
But in the Instagram, I have to say, it was like the most beautiful flash, and you're like, what's the ring look like?
Which,
And
by the way, be engaged for a while. It's so great. I loved it.
you do?
I was, yeah. We were together for like 6 years and then a couple years engaged, and then you get married, and you're married forever. So it's
Yeah.
good.
You
Be
can
engaged.
enjoy it.
Yeah.
You can enjoy it. So I want to tell you, because I haven't seen you in a couple weeks when I saw you in New York last time. So during this whole time, I got engaged.
You did?
I did. I was like, I love, and that's why when I saw your picture on Instagram,
sweet.
and I was like, oh my God, I couldn't wait to see you to tell you,
It's
and I
so
wanted to say
fun.
congrats to you too.
All those romantic gestures are so sweet, aren't they?
Oh.
But it was very sweet. I was very surprised. I had no idea. And I didn't look very attractive. I was pregnant and I was like crying and had just come out of the shower and I was like unpacking and it wasn't a romance. I mean, it wasn't a glamorous
I think it's
moment.
impossible for you. To
I
look
think it's
attractive.
impossible too. And I think you think that, but I think in his head, it was probably the most beautiful moment ever.